I will going to do a video lecture, no, since on August, I mean August daw, January 29, 30, 31 is our schedule and what do we call that, discover weekend. So I don't think so that I can discuss the four topics no in just 2 weeks, no, so that's why I have to do this, no. So first is we're going to discuss about the self as culturally embedded, no. So it's the anthropological perspective. So here, no, when we say the self as a culturally embedded is the anthropologists, no, study how our sense of self is being shaped by the culture that we live in. Okay, so different cultures teach different ideas about who we are, okay, and how we should behave. So meaning, uh, that the self is not the sense, I mean this is not the same, no, everywhere, no. So it is built from our values, our beliefs, and of course the practices of each culture. Okay, wait lang ha. Okay, so next, no, for example, here in some cultures, no, that the self is seen, no, closely connected to their family and of course in their community, while the others is mas nakikita mo naman siya more about individual freedom and of course their personal goals. Okay, so here, oh, ano nga ba ang I mean culture when it comes to trap anthropology, right? So a culture is a collection of shared beliefs, okay, practices, the values, customs, knowledge, language, and of course, material things, no, that the people pass down or binibigay or pinapamana nila from one generation to another, okay? It shapes how the people, ng mga naninirahan, okay, or how they live pala, I should say, how they think, and of course, how they interact with others. Now, for example, the way the people celebrate holidays, no, the language they speak or they use, the food that they eat, and of course, the rules that they are following are all part of their cultures. Okay? So, according to EB, okay, EB Tyler, the definition of culture, no, is a complex whole that includes everything people learn and of course share as a member of that society. No, so which they include here the knowledge, the beliefs, the art, laws, morals, customs, and other skills and habit. No, in short, ang culture daw is everything that we learn from living with others, okay? Where it shape how we think and how we act, okay? Here we have the different definitions of culture, okay? Excuse me. Culture is learned, okay? So we acquire culture by learning from others, not through our genes. That's why it's not inherited by biologically, okay? Culture is also shared, no? So culture exists within the groups. Okay, so group of people who live together, yung mga magkakasama. Okay? Symbolic. Bakit ka symbolic? That is based on the symbols, of course. No? They use symbols like language, gestures, not to communicate the meaning of the culture. Okay? Of course, dynamic, no? So, bakit kasama ang dynamic? Because culture change and evolve over time. Okay? There is a changes. And lastly is integrated. So, different parts of culture, like for example, yung beliefs natin, yung customs natin, yung laws natin, they work together, okay, as a system. Okay? So that is the different meaning of the culture. Now, so we have here enculturation. When we say enculturation, learning one's culture. Now, so it's a process where the people or the individual learn the culture of their group. Okay? This happens through your everyday experiences, watching others, being taught thought, okay? And of course, interacting with people around them. No, it's how things like rules, yung mga traditions natin, yung language, yung roles natin, and of course, the values that are being passed from one generation to the next generation. Like, for example, a child or a maliit na bata learns how to greet other people politely, okay? What foods should they eat, and of course, how to celebrate the festivals by watching their family members and of course, participating in community. No? So, natututunan yun ng bata based sa nakikita niya sa kanyang bahay. Okay? Or nakakasalamuha. Okay? So, it occurs from childhood through families, school, religion, and media, and peers. No? Family una is of course teaching values, language, and of course behavior. No, that's what we mostly get from our family. School, syempre, you learn discipline and of course the social norms. Okay? Religion, no, sharing your beliefs and rituals, and media and peers is influencing the ideas, trends, and of course behaviors. Like for example, ang isang bata is natutunan niya kung paano magsalita sa kanyang native language sa kanilang bahay. Okay? Natutunan niya ding mag-follow ng rules sa kanyang paaralan, and he or she participates in a religious ceremonies. Okay, like for example, the first communion, mga ganon. And of course, picks up, no? Natututunan din natin yung Islam or fashion from our friends and media. Okay? Excuse me ulit. Okay, next is culture and constructions of the self. So it's still anthropological and comparative perspectives. Okay? So here, um, dito naman po is when we say culture and constructions of the self, now anthropologists study how culture shapes no the way people understand themselves, kung paano ba nila maintindihan, okay, to learn. Of course, different cultures create different ideas about ourselves, of course, no, how we think about who we are, yung mga roles natin, and of course our relationship with other people. So by simply comparing your cultures, we see that the self is not the same everywhere or anywhere. In some cultures, the self is being defined more by community and of course relationships. While in others, no, sa iba, it is based more on individuality and personal achievement. Okay, for example, in many indigenous cultures, the self is being seen as deeply connected to the land, of course, to their family and community. In contrast to that, no, in Western cultures, they are often focused on personal, independent, and of course, self-expressions. Okay, so that's why doon pumapasok si Western and si uh, sociological, yung isa po. Okay, so matatakal natin yan on the midterms. Okay, next is anthropological concept that explains self-constructions. Okay, so the self as cultural product. Ang mga anthropologists kagaya ni Clifford Geertz, no, naniniwala sila that there is no one or there is no universal way to be self, okay? Instead, who we are is shaped by the culture, okay, that we live in. So our self is built through the everyday things or everything that we do, no? Like yung mga rituals, yung symbols, family ties, okay, or yung tinatawag nating kinship, and of course, the social roles, okay? So, these cultural elements, no, or this one is help to shape our identity and how we understand ourselves. Now, for example, again, there are some cultures, no, they are wearing certain clothes, or kaya naman they are participating in rituals that is a key part on expressing their identity and of course being recognized as a member of that culture. Okay. Now, so next is we have the self still as a cultural construct no, under cultural relativity. Now, so anthropologists no, understand that the idea of the self is not the same everywhere, no? So it changed a lot depende po sa kultura. Okay, so in some cultures, the self is seen as closely connected to their families and of course in community though. So though the people define themselves through their relationships. Now in other cultures naman, the self is more about being independent and of course unique as an individual. Okay? For example, sa Asian cultures natin, uh, sasabihin natin, I am part of my family, no? Which you express your identity, no? So in many Western cultures naman, people might say, I am my own person. No? So to show independence or pagiging independent, okay? Next is cultural standards. No? So here, different cultures have different ideas about what is beautiful or normal when it comes to their body. Okay, so these cultural standards help to shape how the people see themselves and of course their bodies. No? So in some cultures, a fuller body is seen as healthy. No? So nakikita natin as healthy, wealthy, and of course, attractive. But in others, pag slim body is yun ay ideal. Okay? So they have different cultural standards or beauty standards, no? And of course, the tattoos, piercing, and other body modifications are also influenced by their cultural norms, no? So some culture celebrate them as an art or di kaya naman po status nila in life, while the others might see as a different thing, okay? Excuse me. Of course, next is two symbolic anthropology. So still Victor Turner and Geertz. So these two anthropologists now says that our sense of self is shaped through the symbols and of course cultural rituals. No? So ano yung mga symbols and rituals na yan is they have their meaning on their lives and help them to define who they are in a society. Like for example, the rite of passage, like weddings, yan, puberty ceremonies po natin, or di kaya naman initiation rituals is marked as an important changes in life of a person's life. Okay? And of course, it helps to establish their social identity. No? So for instance, sa graduation ceremony, it symbolizes that you are moving from student to a graduate person. Okay? So it's the changes of the life of a person. Okay? Embodiment. Embodiment is yung self po natin is not just about our thoughts or feelings. It is also closely connected to our body. Okay? Cultural practices, yung mga rituals natin, and of course, social interactions shape how we experience and how we express ourselves through our bodies. Now, so these anthropologists or those anthropologists study how different cultures understand and value the body, okay? Which affects how people see themselves. Sorry. Now, so for example, in some cultures, body painting, sorry, or di kaya naman scarifications, okay? Scarifications is one way to show their identity and of course their social status in life. No? So in other people naman, or in other cultures, posture or the body or the way how people walk might express a confident or di kaya naman po is respect. Okay? Next is we have the kinship and social roles. No? So ang ating identity is mostly or often shaped by our place in our family and of course social groups, which is known as kinship. Okay, for example, being a son, a daughter, elder, or a member of a tribe defines how we are expected to behave and who we become someday. Okay? Cultural norms give guidelines about these roles, no, shaping our sense of self. No, so that's why the anthropologist is also distinguished between the self, our personal identity, and the person, the social identity based on our roles and of course relationship. So for example, in many cultures, elders are respected and have special responsibilities, which it shapes their identity differently from the younger family members. Okay? So next is the person versus self. Okay? So here, ang person, this is your social role. Uh, this is the social role that someone plays in their culture. No, so it shapes by the rules, the expectations, and relationship with others. It is how you behave. Okay? And of course, self is your internal. This is how individual internally understands and experience who they are within those social roles. Okay? And of course, the multiple personalities or yung social roles natin, no, people sometimes have many different personalities or di ka naman social roles, depende po sa situation. Now, for example, sa bahay, you might be carrying your siblings. Sa school naman, you might be a focused student. Sa mga friends mo naman, you might be a funny and outgoing. Now, so each role is a different part of your person, while yourself is how we personally feel about all these roles together. Okay? Next is the cultural language. No? So here, in cultural language is language doesn't just help us to communicate, okay? So it's also shapes how we are going to think about ourselves and other people. Now, so different cultures, they use language in a way that they reflect their social status, their respect, and of course their relationship. Now, for example, there are some language like Japanese or the naman Korean that people use honorifics, no, and special pronouns to show respect depende po sa social status or age ng isang tao that they are talking to. No? So kung familiar kayo sa mga Korean or Japanese, they have different words that they use depende po sa taong kausap nila. Okay? This affects how people see their own place in society and how they relate to others. Okay? So, in overall, no? So, in Western culture and Eastern culture, pag sinabi nating self, it's individual centered when it comes to Western, like America, ganun. I am who I am. Kaya in Eastern naman, it's a group centered, so I am who we are, so you are part on that society. You're saying that you are part on that society, okay? Next, success. When it comes to success, it's pag sa Western, it's your personal achievement. Pero pag sa Eastern culture, it's family or community honor. Like for example, nakapasa ka ng board exam. No? So you as a Filipino, nasa Eastern culture ka, it is the pride of your family. Okay? Or the community itself. No? Expression naman, assertiveness naman po siya sa Western, and sa Eastern naman, there is harmony and modesty. Okay? Next, we have here the psychological perspective, no, of the self. Okay? So, psychologists kagaya ni Simon Freud, ni Eric Erikson, ni Jean Piaget, is they help us to understand how the self develops through different stages of life, focusing on internal processes like thoughts, feelings, and identities. Okay? So, Simon Freud, okay, so let's move on. So, si Simon Freud is isa po siyang Austrian neurologist and a founder of the psychoanalysis. It's a way to treat mental illness by simply exploring the unconscious mind. No? So, he used also the techniques like free associations, no? Or talking freely, and of course, dream analysis para maintindihan po nila yung hidden thoughts and the feelings of a person. So si Freud, he develops also the important theories about the personality, sexuality, and the human mind that have a big impact on psychology and of course in culture. Okay? So that's why we have the psychodynamic theory. So which is Freud believed that the human mind is made up of three parts, no, because they help us to survive and to function in the world. So ano yung una? So we have the id or the pleasure principle. Okay? So si id is the most basic and instinctual part of our mind that is present from our birth. Okay? So it wants a immediate satisfaction. No? So it's our desires. Like for example, hunger, thirst, sex. Okay? So isa po sa needs natin is sex as a human. Okay? That is a pleasure and a need of a person. And of course, the aggression. So si Id po, it doesn't think about the consequences. Hindi niya iniisip kung ano yung magiging result po nito or consequence niya at the last, okay? Hindi niya din iniisip yung rules or the reality. No, it's just they want what it feels good, right? Okay? So parang ano yung nakakapagpagaan sa kanila. For example, a baby that is crying when they are hungry, no? Which is it's already acting it paano no seeking instant gratifications without thinking about anything else, okay. So, ulitin ko, pag si id, it's a pleasure, no? Yung kagustuhan mo without thinking the consequences at the end, okay? So, ego, no? So, when we say sa ego naman, it's the reality principle, taga-balance po si ego, no? So, it's rational decision-making part of the mind that develop around age 2 to 3, okay? So, it works on the reality principle, okay? That's why nga sinabi natin reality, meaning it tries to balance the age desires with the superego moral rules. No? So, the ego is using logic, problem solving, compromise to make decisions that it satisfies the both basic needs and of course the social expectations. Okay? So the basic needs that is your id. The social expectations that is your super ego. So si ego siya po yung taga-balance, siya po yung nasa gitna. Okay? For example, if you want to eat a whole cake, no, that is your it, gusto mo kumain ng isang buong cake, and that's it, papasok na si ego. It helps you to decide if you're going to eat just one slice so you don't feel sick or get in trouble. Okay? Next naman is we have superego or the morality principle. Okay, so si superego is a part of our mind that develop around the age of 5. Okay, so it internalized the rules, yung values, ideals that is taught by our parents and of course in our society. So si superego, i-judge niya yung ating actions, whether it's right or wrong, and it can make us feel guilty when we do something bad or make us feel proud when we do something good, okay? If you think, for example, if you think about lying, no? Pag gusto mo mag-sinungaling, your super ego reminds you that lying is wrong. So you might feel guilty, and of course, you have to decide to tell the truth instead, okay? So that's it. And of course, the other one is we have the Freud psychosexual stage of development. So si Freud, okay, or si Freud is naniniwala siya that personality develops through our 5 stages. Okay? So each one is focused on pleasure from different parts of the body. So how a child navigates these stages affects their adult personality. No? So para maalala nyo agad, pag sinabi nating psychosexual stage, OA phalage. Okay? Ulitin ko, OA phalage. No? So oral, anal, phallic, latency, genital. Okay? First, we have the oral stage. No? It's the 0 to 1 year old. So, ang focus po nito is sa bunganga natin, mouth. Okay? So, kung napapansin yung mga bata noon, they are used to have sucking, biting, chewing are the main source of their pleasure. Yun pa lang po yung nakakapag, sa sources po na kanilang pleasure. No? So, ano yung magiging conflict winning, no? You are moving from breastfeeding or di kaya man bottle feeding into solid food. Doon ka po mahihirapan. Kasi nga, they are used into breastfeed, sucking, and, or di kaya naman po is bottle feeding. And you are turned out into solid food. Okay? So for example, no, of the fixations, pag overindulgence or indulge, no, if a baby is fed too much or too easily, they might develop a habit like thumb sucking, no? Kung napapansin nyo, may mga nagta-thumb sucking, may mga nagne-nail beating or nangangagat na kanilang nails, meron yung mga nag-smoke, overeating, or talking a lot, no? Later in their life, okay? So frustrations, if a baby is weaned too early, kapag masyado mong, masyadong maaga yung pag-shift mo, okay? Or hindi siya satisfied, yung bata might grow up feeling pessimistic, sarcastic, or di ka naman aggressive. Okay? Kapag hindi yun na-met yung tamang shifting niya. Okay? Next naman is anal stage. So, during 1 to 3 years old. So, ang focus niya naman is bowel and of course, bladder control. Or, ito yung tinatawag nating toilet training. So, learning to use the toilet. Okay? So, the key conflict, no? So, the child's desire for control clashes with their parents, demands for cleanliness, and of course, and order. Okay? So, for example, when it comes to fixations, pag sinabi nating anal retentive or strict toilet training, no, kapag masyadong strict yung toilet training natin, it can lead to adults who are very neat, no? Sila po yung OC, sila po yung neat tignan, they are perfectionist person, and of course, is stubborn. Okay? But, in anal expulsive or lax toilet training, or hindi masyadong na-focusan, or hindi masyadong ginawa ang toilet training, can lead to adults that sila po yung messy, rebellious, and of course, they are impulsive. Okay? Next is we have phallic stage, no? So the focus is on the genitals. So in genitals, children became aware of their age, of their gender, I should say, or gender identity. Na so ano yung magiging conflict po natin, okay? Unconscious feelings of attraction to the opposite sex pair, okay? And rivalry and same-sex parent, okay? So, eto na, pumapasok si Oedipus and Electra complex. Okay? So, fixation example natin, si Oedipus complex or when it comes to boys, if a boy competes with his father for his mother's attention. Okay? It's conflict, if this conflict isn't resolved, it's magiging trouble siya with authority. Okay? Magiging authoritative yung lalaki. Okay? Ulitin ko, kapag yung anak ng lalaki nakikipagkompetensya or nakikipag-agawan siya sa atensyon ng kanyang ama sa kanyang ina, is ang magiging problema po natin doon pag hindi na solusyonan is magiging authoritative yung anak na lalaki. Okay? In the other side is we have the Electra complex. So in Electra complex, so sa mga babae naman, kapag kayo naman ay nakikipagkompetensya sa inyong mga magulang na babae or sa mga nanay ninyo for the attentions of your father, kapag ito ay hindi po siya na-resolve, okay? Or nasolusyonan is pagdating ng panahon, ang anak na babae is naghanap po sila ng approval or validation from older men. Okay? So, yan po. Next, lastly, is latency. Okay? Next is latency. So, in latency, our focus is when it comes to social and intellectual development. So it's a sexual urge are mostly repressed. Okay? So ano yung conflict natin dito? Channeling your energy into friendships, hobbies, and of course, learning. Okay? So our problem, no, when it comes in fixations, si Freud, nakikita po niya, it's a quiet stage po with no specific fixations. Okay? However, if social skills does not develop well during at this time, a person or a person no, might have a trouble in forming a close relationship later. No, mahihirapan siya makipagkaibigan, magkaroon ng kaibigan, mga ganun. Okay? So ibig sabihin, pinaka-quiet stage po ang latency. Next is we have the genital stage. No, it's last, the 12 and above years old. It's already the mature one, no? So what's our focus here? Developing a mature sexual relationship and of course, emotional intimacy. No? So our key conflict is finding a balance between being close to others, that's your intimacy, and of course, maintaining independence. Okay? For example po, no, if earlier stage were, they are not resolved well, no, during the previous stage natin, kapag hindi po sila na-solve, adult might experience first fear of intimacy. No, they link to issues when it comes to oral stage, no? Control problems in relationships that is related to anal stage fixations. Promiscuity and avoiding sex that is connected to unresolved conflicts in the phallic fixations. Okay? So that's it. Kapag hindi naagapan yung mga nasa previous stage, ito yung magiging problema natin sa genital stage. Okay? Next is we have Erik Erikson. So si Erik Erikson naman is a German-American psychologist and psychoanalysis. So he is best known for his theory of psychosocial development, okay, which looks at how personality and social skills are being developed throughout our life, okay. So his theory and has eight stages, which or each has a unique challenge or crisis that influence who we are today, okay, or who we become today, okay? So we have here the psychosocial development. So 8 stages yan, no? So si Erik Erikson's theory says that the people go through 8 stages, no, of this development from intimacy, no, from pagkabata mo, intimacy daw, infancy I should say, no? I'm sorry for that. Into old age, no? So at each age, there's a psychosocial crisis, a challenge or a problem involving the emotions and of course the relationships that we need to resolve to grow in a healthy way. No? So how we handle this crisis shapes our personality and how we get along with other people. Okay? First is we have the trust versus mistrust. So 0 to 1 years old. Okay? The key question here is my world safe and predictable. So, isipin niya, ang una sa paligid ko ba is mababait sila, mapagkakatiwalaan na, possible na ganun iisipin. Okay? The positive outcome, when the caregivers consistently meet the baby needs, the baby learn to trust other people and they feel secure and optimistic. But in negative one, if a baby is neglected and not comforted, they may develop mistrust, okay? Leading to a anxiety or the kaya fear of abandonment, okay? For example, no? Nakikita nyo na sa baba. A baby whose cries are always responded to grows up trusting people. Okay? Wrong naman kapag a neglected baby might struggle with attachment and relationship later. Okay? So next is we have autonomy. Now, sa in autonomy versus shame and doubt, okay? The key question is, can I do things for myself? Now, so in positive, when the toddlers are being encouraged to try things on their own, no, like yung toilet training or choosing their clothes, no, they develop independence and of course the confident. But in a negative, no, if they are overly controlled, no, masyado silang kinokontrol and they are being criticized, they may feel shame and doubt on their abilities. Magda-doubt sila sa kanilang kakayahan. Okay? So, hindi nila paniniwalaan yung kanilang sarili. Hindi nila hayaan na magdesisyon sila para sa kanilang sarili. Okay? Next naman is initiative versus guilt. No? So, the key question here is it okay to explore and take risks? Okay lang kayang mag-explore at mag-take risks? No? That is 3 to 6 years old. Now, in a positive one, when a children are being encouraged to try new things, no, and take their initiative, they develop the creativity and of course the leadership skills, no. But in negative, if they are being punished, no, kapag nakagawa sila ng hindi maganda, or they are being shamed, pinahiya sila for being curious or being or I mean taking risks, no? They may feel guilty and of course they are hesitate to try new things later, no? So, baka hindi ko kaya ganito ganyan. Okay? So, yun yung possible na magiging problem natin. Okay? So, in here, in industry versus inferiority naman, that is 6 to 12 years old, no? So, the key question naman is, am I good at things compared to others? You are comparing yourself to other people. Okay? So, when positive outcome, when a children or a person or individual are being encouraged and of course they are praised on their efforts and especially in schools, sports, or of course sa mga arts na ginagawa nila, they develop the sense of competence and of course the confidence. But in negative one, no, if a children or an individual are constantly told that they are not good enough, they may feel inferior and they lose their motivations. Okay? Next is identity, no? Identity and of course versus role confusions. So dito naman is the key questions is who am I and where do I fit? Okay? So there is a confusions and of course you have your identity. Now in positive outcomes, kapag ang teenager is they develop a clear sense of who they are, yung values nila, yung career goals and relationships. No, they were able to do that. But in negative naman is kapag yung mga kabataan or the teens is they are struggling, no, they will feel confused about their identity. That's why they rebel or di kaya naman they experience an identity crisis. Okay? Next naman is we have the intimacy and isolations. So in intimacy and isolations, your key question is, can I form a deep and committed relationship? At this age, kaya mo na bang kaya mo na bang i-commit yung sarili mo into other people? Okay? So, positive is successfully forming a close friendships, no? Mag-start na doon, then romantic relationship will lead you to a strong emotional bonds at the future. Okay? So, in negative one, fear of getting hurt, no? Kapag masyado kang takot na masaktan, okay, you have your trust issues, okay, or being vulnerable can cause you loneliness and of course, isolation in the future. Okay? That's why merong mga possible na tatandang dalaga, binata, mga ganun. Okay? And of course, generativity and of course, stagnation. No? It's, am I contributing to our world? No? So, isipin mo na ano na ba kinontribute mo. Okay? So, in positive outcome, people feel that they are fulfilled by mentoring other people, by raising their children, and of course, living a positive legacy through your work or di kaya naman your community. Anong nagawa mo para sa school? Anong nagawa mo para sa iyong bayan, sa iyong komunidad? Pinag-aral or pinalaki mo yung mga anak mo, you mentor other people based on your work, mga ganun. Okay? And in negative outcome, without this sense of purpose, no, some may become self-absorbed or di ka naman they experience a midlife crisis. Okay? And lastly is we have the integrity versus despair. No? So, your key question is all about, did my life have meaning? Okay? So in a positive one, people who feel proud of their life, okay, they develop a wisdom and of course they accept their life journey with peace, no? But in negative one, those who regret, no, or they miss opportunities or make mistakes may feel bitterness and of course despair in their life. Okay? So let's move on to Jean Piaget. So Jean Piaget is was a Swiss, okay, psychologist famous for his work on child development. Okay, so he developed the theory of a cognitive development, explaining how the children learn to think and understand the world as they grow. Okay, so Piaget introduced the idea of genetic epistemology, which studies how the knowledge, develop over time. So he's considered one of the most important figures during the 20th century developmental psychology. Okay? That's why we have here the cognitive development. So, una, we have sensory, uh, here, no, explaining cognitive development, how the children's thinking changes as they grow. No? So, he proposed that the kids move through these main stages of cognitive development. So each with a different ways of understanding the world. Okay? So now we have the sensory motor stage. So dito, babies learn about the world, okay, through their senses. They use their senses, which is touch, sight, hearing, and etc. And of course, their actions like rubbing or shaking. Okay, so around 8 to 12 months, they were able to develop yung tinatawag nating object permanence. The understanding that things still exist even when they can't see them. No? So alam nilang nag-exist kahit hindi nila nakikita. But in the 18 to 24 months, toddlers begin to use their mental representations. Now, they can imagine things and pretend. Like, for example, yung car na laruan nila, possible na gagawin nila or ini-imagine nila that is a phone. Okay? So, mga ganon. Okay? They are imagining things and, of course, pretending. Next is we have the pre-operational stage though. So here is during the 2 to 7 years old, no? So our key features, una is we have the egocentrism, no? So children uh find it hard, okay, to see things from the other people's viewpoints, okay? So cannot see others' perspective. Next naman is symbolic play, no? So they use objects to represent other things in play or imaginations. Gaya nga na sinabi ko kanina doon, no? For example, uh, they pretend, no, yung stick is a sword or a box is a spaceship. Okay? So, madami po silang, their imaginations became, ini-imagine nila, then they pretend it. Okay? So, same with yung kanina lang. Lack of conservation, I should say. No? So, lack of conservations or yung tinatawag natin no conservation. So they don't understand that quantity, okay, stays the same even if the shape changes. Now, so for example, a child thinks a tall, okay, for example, yung narrow glass has more juice, okay, than a short. So short but wide one, even if they hold the same amount, okay. So, lack of conservations. Concrete naman, or concrete operational stage po natin, it's the logical thinking, no? But only about concrete objects, okay? Logical thinking about real and concrete things, okay? So, they understand already the conservations, um, quantity stays the same even if the appearance changes. No? So, naintindihan na nila yon. Can think about multiple parts of the problem or this, yung tinatawag nating decentrations. Okay? And they understand reversibility. So, things can go back to their original states. Okay? Like for example, no, sa conservation, a 9-year-old knows that the flattening ball of clay, no, doesn't change even how much clay there is. Okay? So kahit gaano kadami yung clay na ilagay mo. And then of course, in classifications, no, they can sort objects by size, color, and shape at the same time, no? So like for example, red na square versus blue na circle, yung mga ganun. And reversibility, no? For example, 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. Kapag ginawa mo naman 8 minus 3, magiging 5. Okay, reversibility. So here, no, they struggles with abstract and hypothetical questions like, what if gravity disappeared? No? So meron na mga ganun. And of course, last we have the formal operational stage. No? So this is 12 years old and above, I think. Yeah, 12 years old and above. No, so abstract and hypothetical thinking. Okay, so the key can think abstractly and imagine what if scenarios. Okay, so doon na sila tayo na yan. Okay, tayo na yan. Yung nakakapag-isip na tayo ng what if. Okay, so we can think abstractly and we imagine what if scenarios. No? So, and of course, we develop a moral reasoning, so understanding ethics beyond simple rules. And we use scientific problem solvings. No? So we are forming hypotheses and testing ideas logically. Okay, so for example, in abstract thinking, debate questions like, for example, ano yung justice or ano yung meaning ng life, yung mga gano'n. Hypothetical reasoning naman, you planned a future career by simply thinking, if I study medicine, I can become a doctor, yung mga gano'n. And of course, in moral reasoning, you are understanding that lying to protect someone's feeling is different from lying to cheat. Okay? And lastly is we have here, no, Abraham Maslow's. So si Abraham is isa po siyang American psychologist. He is famous and for his theory of human motivation. So he developed the hierarchy of needs, which explains how the people have different needs arranged in a specific order. Okay, so according po kay Maslow, ang basic needs natin is like yung mga foods and shelters must met first before people can focus on the higher goals like personal growth and self-actualizations. So the desire to become the best version of yourself. Okay? So yan po yung ating Maslow's pyramid of human needs or hierarchy of needs. No? So si Maslow organized these human needs into 5 levels. Okay, from basic survival needs at the bottom to the highest level of personal growth at the top. No? So una is the physiological needs or the bottom level, yung pinakamababa. That's your basic survival needs. So ano yung mga yon? So we have food, we have water, we have air, sleep, and of course shelter. Okay? Pangalawa is safety needs. No, so you have to feel safe and of course secure, no, protection from danger, of course stability, and of course health. Okay? So that's your safety needs. No, kailangan meron ka rin yan. And of course love and belongingness. No, you have your relationships, your friendship, family, and of course, feeling part of the group. Okay? Esteem, you have to respect, okay? And self-esteem, achievement, and of course, recognition from others. And lastly, the top level is the self-actualization. To become a best version of yourself is fulfilling your potential and creativity. Okay? So, yan po yan. No? So, sabi ni Maslow's, naniniwala siya that the lower level needs must be at least partially met before higher needs become motivating. So, Maslow's believed that the lower level needs like food, safety, belonging, yung mga yan, is must be at least partially satisfied. Okay? Before a person becomes motivated to pursue higher level needs like yung esteem and of course self-actualization. Now, for example, if someone is hungry or feel unsafe, their main focus will be on meeting the basic needs first. No, only when those needs are met, no, to some extent, they will start caring about friendship, respect, and personal growth. Okay, this doesn't mean that a higher needs disappear completely if a lower needs is aren't fully met. Okay? Yung hindi mo pa siya totally na met. But usually, the strongest motivation comes from unmet needs at the lower or lowest levels. Okay? So, ang self-actualization po natin, no, it's the highest level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, no? So, it's about becoming your true or authentic self, no? You are expressing creativity, finding your purpose, and of course, feeling personally fulfilled. Okay, so si Maslow believed that only a small percentage of people actually reach this stage, no, in their life. That's why he famously said, what a man can be, he must be. Okay, so this means that if you have the potential to grow and of course to achieve a great things, you have an inner drive to fulfill that potential. Okay, so that's end with our topic. No, so I hope you will going to watch this because I wasn't able to discuss it to you face to face and online since we have our scheduled on 29, 30, 31 for our what do we call that? Discovery weekend. No, I hope you are going to watch this one. So I hope you will learn something here. Thank you, everyone.